Digital Citizenship Group Assignment, ED 50572, Spring 1 Online 2024. Group 3 members, Alexander Fureborn, James Stacy, Ashley Lincoln, Hannah Crutchfield. The impact of emergency online teaching on the digital divide. In March 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in the abrupt shift to remote learning all across the globe. This brought an immeasurable amount of stress to individuals and families. In this age of technology, this transition, though frustrating, seemed achievable. However, no one planned for the impact to existing racial, socioeconomic, and educational disparities. Please see the video, which is an overview of the digital divide and emergency online teaching.
Detroit native Casey Edgar teaches 11th grade math at King High, and she says most of her nearly 150 students are less and less committed to school.
How come your camera is not on? The first week I was in touch with, I would say 50 to 60%. And now it's about running at about 20%.
What percentage of your students do you think are actually doing the work?
Like right about 10%.
That's not very many.
No, not very many at all.
Like many places around the country, little learning has taken place for Detroit public school students since March.
Cynthia, even if the kids get these laptops, though, what about the digital divide as it pertains to internet access as well?
Yeah, that's part of it. And in fact, these laptops are going to come with internet access. Excellent. Because that is absolutely a problem, Craig.
Yeah, and I remember we did that story of that family that actually got in their car, remember, and drove to where there was internet access. But you can't believe that people live blocks apart and have that disparity. That was fascinating, Cynthia. Thank you.
Bullying using social media, texting, or other electronic means, aka cyberbullying. Cyberbullying has become an increasingly prominent issue in our schools and communities. We must teach our children the concept of digital citizenship, which is appropriate, responsible behavior when using technology. Not only do our children need us to teach them digital citizenship, but it's also important to teach them how to respond should they become a victim to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a huge issue because it can cause negative psychological, physical, and academic effects. Please see the video, What is Cyberbullying?
Are you gonna be on my side if I let you up?
Sure, Chick, sure. I'm on your side. Just let me up. I'll do anything you say.
When I was a student, bullying was always in person. In my neighborhood, the bully who lived up the hill, and we would be careful not to go that direction, because if he was outside, he would grab your bike and harass you.
Get off, I want to ride it.
Oh no, Chick, not my new bike.
Oh, I was bullied all through school.
And I can remember the kid who you all just kind of knew was mean to people, whether it was on the playground or other places. I'm not going to say his name. I'm sure he's a great guy now.
The bullying happened at school or on the bus.
The ways in which this person could have access to my life were pretty limited. In this case, it was the 7 hours that I was at school.
Now it's always available. It's going to follow them everywhere.
Have any of you ever been harassed online?
Yes, 120%. People are still just like mean.
Yeah, they're called trolls. They just like troll you and try and make you feel bad.
Trolls are just kind of a part of the society we live in nowadays.
Our bullying did not go in front of the whole world on social media. To them, it feels like it went out to the whole world.
Where are the safe places for a kid growing up? Because as soon as I get home, everyone goes to their room and the devices come out, and everything that was horrible about what just happened is shared over and over and over again.
Another thing, when the bully gets 25 people in a text thread and it's all directed at you, it's a different scale and it's a different time.
It's an amplifier for the worst parts of us. Let's take an example like Twitter. It's calculating what is the thing that I can show you that gets the most engagement. And it turns out that outrage, moral outrage, gets the most engagement. So it was found in a study that for every word of moral outrage that you add to a tweet, it increases your retweet rate by 17%.
If they didn't have tech, I swear they would have a black eye every day.
There are just so many more channels through which I can be a complete jerk that don't involve me being in front of you, which is the great neutralizer of cruelty. Because if I see you and I look you in the eye, we tend to treat each other differently.
What are the biggest challenges facing the school systems in this time of online learning? How are our nation's children truly being impacted by these challenges? Will our educational system be able to overcome these challenges and honor the U.S. Department of Education's mission to promote student achievement and preparation for global competitiveness by fostering educational excellence and ensuring equal access? How are we as educators supposed to handle cyberbullying in our classrooms? Do our students even understand if they are involved in cyberbullying? Is this something we can even help prevent? It can be overwhelming to realize the percentage of students who report being a target of cyberbullying has increased by 55% since 2015 and more than tripled since 2007. 45.5% of middle and high school students report being cyberbullied at least once in their lifetime. Please see the video, How Does Cyberbullying Affect Students?
With this age group of young adolescents, cyberbullying is at a rapid level just because they don't understand how quickly things are spreading by just a click of one button.
So I've seen a few times where cyberbullying's happened and how it's affected my students at school. The other students didn't know that they were even causing pain or hurt to the other student.
When we think about cyberbullying, we don't think that happens at an early age, and it does happen in elementary school.
I think I could go back to several examples of one in particular, two best friends who were always together, but one comment was posted online and they were ready to go to war to each other.
One of my students overheard us and she said, I was trying to go into this game and somebody else went in there and started bullying me.
You have something that occurs that could easily in 1 second be posted online and reach thousands and hundreds, millions of people.
The impact of emergency online teaching on the digital divide has brought forth many challenges. One of the main challenges of the impact of emergency online teaching on the divide is the lack of access to the necessary technology to participate in online learning. This can further widen the gap between students who have access and those who don't. Digital literacy is another challenge that can make it difficult to navigate online platforms and engage effectively in virtual classrooms. This lack of skills can further worsen the impact of the digital divide, as students who are already disadvantaged may struggle to keep up with their peers in an online learning environment. Although we did face several challenges due to the impact of emergency online teaching, we have seen some opportunities. Increased access to educational resources can provide students who previously lacked access to devices and internet connectivity. This can potentially reduce the impact of the digital divide. By participating in online learning, students have the opportunity to develop valuable digital skills. By engaging in online learning, students can gain proficiency in using digital tools, which can be valuable in today's technology-driven world. With these opportunities, we can work towards narrowing the digital divide and ensuring that all students have equal access to a quality education.
Oakland parent Lakeisha Young runs a parent-led advocacy group called Oakland Reach, providing intensive tech support to underserved families this school year, hoping to help prevent their students from falling behind.
I definitely think that there's going to be significant learning loss, especially where folks have not adapted to providing innovative and creative ways to really support families holistically. It's just really hard.
When school buildings closed, leaders in Oakland did what a lot of school districts did: hand out free technology. It feels like an easy problem to solve. If a student doesn't have a computer, send one. If a student doesn't have internet access, provide a hotspot. But that assumes families are comfortable with a digital world they may never have been a part of. There have been many crash efforts to improve tech access, but across the country, more students are failing classes this year. The impact is felt hardest among poorer and minority students.
If we want things to be better for our communities, we are going to have to listen to our families and build the solutions.
Evan McMorris Santoro, CNN, New York.
Solutions call to action include mandatory access to digital devices and internet services for every student in the public school system. Communication is key to quickly resolving issues. Increase awareness that there truly are families without their own access to devices and internet. Everyone must work together and be adaptable. Good news, we've all been through this once and should be better prepared should it happen again. Please see the video.
In the 21st century, it is absolutely a right for everyone to have access to
all digital technology. I think some solutions for closing that digital divide is to make people aware, just to educate people on how difficult it is, and to let them know that there really are families out there that don't have access to this.
The biggest takeaway from last school year was just the support from administration, technology, our amazing parents. We all had to work together to make virtual learning a success. The other takeaway is how adaptable and resilient our scholars are. They amazed me every single day. They stayed strong. They showed learning gains.
Our parents did an excellent job of embracing it, understanding, and working with us as a team and as a community.
I think that's one of the great things that came out of this is that we really are in a technological world, and students and parents alike just almost had to learn these things.
If it happens now as a school, we are prepared. We're prepared, and I know that our parents are prepared.
I think having to go fully on computer really did help my daughter. She definitely learned some computer skills because of this transition.
Hello, my name is Jody Jones-Bott. I am a parent consultant at the Utah Parent Center. My husband and I are the proud parents of 4 wonderful children. In this workshop titled Bullying Prevention, Everyone's Responsibility, we will discuss some hard questions like, is your child the target of bullying behavior? Has your child bullied others? Do you worry that your child might be the target of bullying, or that perhaps your child might bully someone else? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. According to a survey by the National Crime Prevention Council, we are facing the reality that as many as 75% of children have been victims of bullying during their school careers, and about half of the parents report bullying as no problem for their children. This workshop is designed to introduce parents and professionals to information on the dynamics of bullying, a range of intervention strategies, the role of the school, and Utah laws and policies. Parents can help their children, including children with disabilities, learn effective bullying prevention strategies that can be used at home, school, online, and everywhere.
Social and emotional skills are the essential skills for success in school, work, and life.
Social emotional learning centers their mind and body. It reduces their emotional tension so they can be open to new content and material. We find that academic outcomes increase exponentially when students are nurtured, loved, and cared for, that we get much more out of them when we first address social emotional needs. So for us, it's actually an academic intervention and not just an emotional one.
If we expect students to be college and career ready, it's important for us to focus on these skills and competencies: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making.
Article 1, Cyberbullying Characteristics and Prevention. What can we learn from narratives provided by adolescents and their teachers? The article begins by acknowledging the growing concerns surrounding cyberbullying, defined as the use of electronic communication to harass, intimidate, or harm others. It highlights the widespread use of digital technologies among children and adolescents, making them particularly vulnerable to cyberbullying. The article begins by acknowledging the prevalence of cyberbullying among students and the detrimental effects it can have on their well-being and academic performance. It emphasizes the importance of educators being proactive in addressing cyberbullying incidents and creating a safe and supportive environment for students. The article outlines several key strategies for educators to help students deal with cyberbullies.
There are many challenges that we face with bullying using social media, texting, or other electronic means. Anonymity is a major challenge of cyberbullying. Cyberbullies can easily hide their identity online, making it difficult for victims to identify their tormentors, which can encourage bullies to engage in more aggressive behaviors. Permanence is also another challenging factor. When a hurtful message or post is sent online, removing it can be very difficult. It may have already been saved, shared, or screenshotted, causing lasting damage to the victim's reputation and mental well-being. Cyberbullying can be challenging to detect, especially when it occurs through private messages, making it harder for victims. There are also many opportunities that come from cyberbullying. The prevalence of cyberbullying has led to increased awareness and education about this issue. Resources and programs are more likely provided to educate individuals about cyberbullying and how to prevent it. Digital evidence of bullying by using social media, texting, and other electronic means leaves a digital trail. This can provide an opportunity for victims to seek justice and also give authorities the chance to intervene.
The school district where a 14-year-old student died by suicide after a video of her bullying was spread online is facing fresh scrutiny for filing a lawsuit against social media companies and blaming them for fueling the teen mental health crisis. But parents and students within the Central Regional School District in Ocean County say district leaders are ducking their responsibility and not following through on the changes they promised. Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan reports.
Social media is terrible. It absolutely is horrible.
Jill Heff's daughter attends Central Regional High School, where 14-year-old Adriana Kutch died by suicide almost a year ago after classmates here assaulted her, then posted a video of that attack on social media. The district just announced it's suing several platforms, including Meta, formerly known as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, to change how these companies operate and hopefully compel them to take responsibility and make changes, said board president Susan Kodrick. Heff's unimpressed.
Despite the public claims that the platforms were safe, we found that the company knew that their actions were harmful to children. The company consistently downplays what they actually know about how teens are exposed to harmful content, such as suicide and self-harm content, hate speech, and bullying and solicitation.
Solutions call to action. One strategy is implementing social-emotional learning programs. One effective strategy to address bullying and its exacerbation during the pandemic is the implementation of social-emotional learning programs. These programs aim to equip students with essential skills such as self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. These can help them navigate and manage interpersonal conflicts, including bullying incidents. SEL programs offer empathy, understanding, and healthy communication and create supportive school environment that reduces bullying. For example, the Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning provides numerous resources and guidelines for implementing SEL programs in schools. Their website offers research-based strategies, assessment tools, and professional development resources for educators to integrate SEL in their curriculum effectively. One example of a school that has successfully implemented SEL programs is Brimwood Boulevard Junior Public School in Toronto, Canada. The school's SEL initiatives have significantly reduced bullying incidents and improved overall student well-being. Another strategy is utilizing technology for reporting intervention. This strategy addresses bullying during the pandemic is leveraging technology to facilitate reporting and intervention process. With the shift to remote or hybrid learning models, traditional methods of reporting bullying incidences may be less accessible. Implementing digital platforms or applications that allow students to report bullying incidences confidentially can ensure that these issues are addressed promptly, even in virtual learning environments. Additionally, technology can enable schools to provide remote counseling and support services to students experiencing bullying or its effects. Example, the Safe to Tell program in Colorado, USA is an anonymous reporting system that allows students to report safety concerns including bullying via phone, website, or mobile app. Reports are received by trained professionals who assess the situation and initiate appropriate interventions. Safe to Tell has empowered students to speak up about bullying incidences, leading to timely interventions and support for affected individuals. So why is this important? The impact of emergency online teaching during the pandemic and the resulting digital divide highlights significant disparities in students' access to technology and the internet. This is important to discuss because it affects students' abilities to learn online and access educational resources fairly. By talking about the impact of emergency online teaching on the digital divide, we can raise awareness and push for actions to ensure all students have equal access to their education. Similarly, addressing bullying through social media and texting and other electronic means is critical due to its harmful effects on students' well-being and school performance. With more online activities during virtual schooling, students are at a higher risk for cyberbullying. It's important to educate everyone about cyberbullying prevention and create safe online spaces for students. We need to advocate for policies and support systems to tackle cyberbullying effectively and keep students safe online. References.